I had to get on for this one. So the TMI video I did, the creator that I tagged asked about a video, and I was like, no, it's not that one, because I kind of remember her talking about dude being a DJ. Like, what the hell are you doing? Of course, I kind of think some of them might treat it like it's a scratch off ticket. It's not a scratch off ticket. Anyway, when I popped into her comments to see the comment she made to me, I see a comment from a chick that says, imagine hopping onto TikTok and finding out. Now, I can't remember the exact wording, but let's just say it this way. Imagine hopping on TikTok and finding out that the person you slammed the day before thought your eggplant was garbage. So I want to be clear that the TMI thing was not about a specific person, because I have stories. And I tried to think of the ones that were just kind of just aggravating, with people who are like, yeah, I know what I'm doing down there. I know exactly. I know. You'll never want to get off my face. I got a clean space for you. Like they talk all this freaking game, and then you get to it and it's like, who told you that was good? Somebody who wanted you to stop. That's why. So they started going with the, But see, it's like that. I had reposted a video from like Scream Queens, where they were the chick who had this disorder where she couldn't stop getting O's. Like, she had 4 in the time that they had seen her, and she's like, well, that was my 27th of the day. And I remember being a kid and listening to the radio when I left. We'd been to visit some family in Miami, Oklahoma, and we were going through Kansas, and I caught a talk show. Now, at the time, I think I was around 12 or 13, so I knew what an O was. Not that I had them. I just didn't know I had them before. Gotta love the monkey bars. Good times. Anyway, okay. So I'm listening to this radio show or whatever, because like it was still dark out, but it was about to be morning, and they were talking about somebody who was on Prozac, and every time they yawned, they would have an O. And I thought, well, that wouldn't be so bad. I'd be trying to find reasons to like deprive myself of oxygen somehow, so I would yawn like all the freaking time. And I've often said that like they talk about how cardio makes you feel real good because of the endorphin rush, and you get an endorphin rush when you do the smackety smack. I don't feel that way after a workout, but I guarantee you, if 30 minutes of cardio caused you to have an O, everybody in the world would be fit. Hell, we'd be at the gym all the time. Can you imagine a gym full of people and you're just like watching them like squeeze their legs together or touch themselves, or just kind of like lean into the bars of the bike handlebars, just like, good times there. But no, we'd be so fucking fit. Like, we would be so fit if 30 minutes of cardio caused an O. If it took an hour of cardio to cause an O, people would be dropping because they would try to make that hour happen. Because they'd be like, hey, 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm getting in shape. I'm improving my heart. Oh, it's actually 4 birds and 3. And I get a nice happy ending of the workout. Yay! But let's just stick with 30 minutes of cardio, because don't need to be having a whole bunch of overachievers. It could be unhealthy. Yeah. But I often thought that when I would work out, and I'd get like halfway in my workout going, man, I sure wish there was an O at the end of this and make it so worth it. Because when I get done, go into the showers and wash the sweat off of me and stuff, I was just like, yeah, I don't feel like, yes, champion, or any kind of funny way. But that would be funny to see people on the treadmill at the 30-minute mark going, they just hit their 30. Maybe have like some kind of button on yourself that if you don't want to do that, but I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't. I mean, it's an O. But yeah, I think a lot of people get frustrated with all that. I've kind of lost my train of thought. Crap. Hang on. Oh yes. Talking about, imagine getting online and finding out that the person, your sneaky link or your Tinder hookup has posted on TikTok about your garbage eggplants. At the same time, no woman wants to hear that her kitty was garbage. So like I would hate for somebody to think I'm talking about you, sir. When I do talk about, like, I've had people say, like, how do I know you're not going to call me stuff like bitch boy? Or like there's a couple of people that have names. And it's like, what you have to understand with those people that have earned a name like that, like bitch boy. When they earn a name other than their own, because I want to talk about them, and I have negative things to say about them, the thing is like, you won't hear me talk about my ex-husband. One, because he watches these things. But that's not the main reason. Two, nothing wrong in that arena there. And three, he never did anything to me that was really bad. Like even at the bad point in our relationship, like the really bad point, like between breaking up and me leaving, that didn't even, and the altercation we had over me coming and getting some stuff, like the stuff that I had a problem with was stuff that wasn't really intentional. Bitch boy, especially when I look at the stuff I wrote at that time period, I realize like how bad it was. Because once you've gone through trauma, or at least I minimize it in my mind so I can carry on. But when I read something from that time period, I'm like, oh, I can remember writing it, and I can remember how it felt, and I can remember certain things that I choose to forget. So he earned bitch boy in so many ways. Like, I'm not gonna get on here and talk about, I'm not gonna body shame an ex. I'm not going to shame their game, really, like in general, say, well, this person did this. No, like I won't call them out on the specifics of what they did. And so I'll always throw things in that are extra. Just so they can say, if that person is watching, they're going, wait, I didn't do that. And then they can think the whole thing that they didn't do any of the stuff. See, that's important to me. It's like plausible deniability that it's about you. Because I wouldn't want somebody calling me out specifically and me knowing that every single thing that they said, that is how they saw me. And then me having to psychoanalyze exactly what part I played and how wrong I was. I'm cool with taking accountability. I am. But sometimes they get it completely wrong. And it's like, oh my gosh, they have demonized me. So even bitch boy's not a demon. He's just a bitch boy.